It was the early morning hours of a crisp fall day in 2013 when the family of Kara Nichols, a 19-year-old aspiring model from Colorado, woke up to the realization that their beloved daughter was missing. Kara had left home with dreams of becoming a successful model, a career she was passionate about. However, her path took a dark turn after she met a man on an escort site. Kara Nichols was known for her beauty, charm, and her goal-oriented mindset. She had recently relocated to Denver, Colorado, from her hometown in Illinois, to follow her dream of becoming a professional model. What seemed like a promising opportunity quickly turned into a nightmare. On the evening of October 9, 2013, Kara met a man through a well-known escort site. Little did she know, this would be the last meeting she'd ever have. After contacting the man for a potential modeling opportunity, Kara set up a meeting with him. Her family later recalled that the young woman had seemed excited about the possibility of furthering her career. She told her family she was going out to meet the man, but she never came back. Her family's worst fear came true when Kara failed to return home. It wasn't until days later that her disappearance became known to the authorities. What followed was an intense and tragic investigation that uncovered secrets about the man Kara had met and the dangerous world of escort services that many are not fully aware of. The investigation. As investigators combed through Kara's digital history, they discovered her interactions with the man she had met through the Escort website. Authorities quickly moved to identify the individual and track down his whereabouts. The trail led them to a man named James Geiger, whose criminal history raised red flags. Geiger had a previous record of violent crime, which made him an immediate suspect in the case. Geiger was a 58-year-old man with a long history of criminal activity, including violent offences. When he was questioned by law enforcement, he denied any involvement in Kara's disappearance. However, investigators were not convinced by his initial statements. They knew something was off and continued to dig deeper. They soon discovered more about Geiger's background, which included connections to the escort industry. Geiger, who had been operating in the world of online escort services, seemed to prey on young women seeking work in modeling or the adult entertainment industry. It was a horrific realization for Kara's family, who believed she had only been searching for legitimate modeling opportunities. As the investigation continued, it became clear that Kara's meeting with Geiger was far from innocent. In fact, her body was eventually discovered in a remote location, not far from where she had met him. The cause of death was later confirmed to be a violent act of murder. The aftermath. The discovery of Kara's body marked a turning point in the investigation. Authorities were now dealing with a homicide case, and the urgency to bring Kara's killer to justice intensified. Geiger was arrested and charged with murder, though he maintained his innocence throughout the investigation. However, the truth began to emerge as more evidence was uncovered. Investigators found disturbing details about Geiger's interactions with other women. They uncovered a web of deceit and manipulation that involved not just Kara, but potentially other victims as well. This discovery only fueled the need for justice, and it became clear that Geiger had a dark history of preying on vulnerable women who were seeking modeling opportunities or engaging with escort services. Kara's family, devastated by the loss of their daughter, vowed to fight for justice. They launched a public campaign to raise awareness about the dangers of online escort services and how easily individuals can be exploited in the pursuit of career opportunities. Her story was a reminder that the online world, while offering great possibilities, can also be a place of peril for those who are unprepared. The trial and conviction. The trial of James Geiger was a long and painful process for Kara's family. As details of her brutal murder were revealed, the courtroom was filled with emotion and heartbreak. Kara's family members took the stand to speak about the young woman they had lost, describing her as a bright, ambitious individual with a promising future. The prosecution presented a compelling case, detailing the evidence that linked Geiger to the crime. His history of violence and manipulation was a key factor in the conviction. As the trial unfolded, it became evident that Geiger had lied about his involvement in Kara's death, but the evidence was overwhelming. In the end, the jury found James Geiger guilty of first-degree murder. He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, ensuring that he would never again be able to harm anyone. While this verdict brought some closure to Kara's family, it did not undo the pain they had endured. They would forever live with the loss of their daughter, and the memory of what happened to her would never fade. Lessons learned. Kara's tragic death is a stark reminder of the dangers of online interactions, especially in industries like modeling, where exploitation is prevalent. Her pursuit of success led her to trust the wrong person, with devastating consequences. This case underscores the importance of caution when engaging with strangers online, particularly through adult-oriented platforms. Transparency and communication are vital. Sharing plans with trusted individuals can be life-saving. Kara's story also highlights the need for greater awareness and regulation of online escort services to protect vulnerable individuals. Her loss is a call to action for safer online environments and better protective measures. Kara Nichols' death was a senseless tragedy, one that could have been avoided with greater awareness and caution. Her family's heartache is immeasurable, but their strength in the face of such loss is an inspiration. They've turned their grief into a cause, fighting for justice, not just for Kara, but for all young people who may be at risk. Kara's story is a powerful reminder of the dangers lurking in the digital world and the importance of staying vigilant when navigating the online landscape. Her life may have been cut short, but her memory will continue to serve as a beacon for those who need to hear her story and understand the risks before it's too late. Thank you for listening to this heartbreaking story, and may Kara Nichols rest in peace.